Hey guys, Jay here and welcome to another cosplay tutorial. Today we're going to be working on Black Star's Kusarigama or chain sides from Soul Eater. This tutorial is only going to cover a single one of these because honestly you just have to make two of the same exact thing and then connect them with a chain. I do have a chain and you will see that in the end of the video, but it's really loud so I don't want it to be anywhere near the microphone. So that's why I don't have it on me right now. If you'd like to make these yourself, there's a template which is a free download on my website which you can get to down in the description. So let's get started. To start, I trace and cut out the pieces of the head and blade of the scythe using the patterns I made, which you can find on my website linked in the description. I traced 3 of the head piece and 2 of the blade piece on 10mm craft foam. Then I cut out the notches along the side that the blade attaches to. The center layer of the 3 head pieces will have a long vertical piece cut out of it going up the center. This is so that when it's glued together, there's a space for a 1/2-inch wooden dowel to fit inside to make it more stable. I do the same thing but with a much smaller dowel that's about 1/4 inch wide and only about 6 inches long that will stabilize and hold the blade in place later on. I cut out an area for it to fit in the head's center layer, and then using a Dremel, carved out trenches on either side of the blade pieces on the sides that would be touching. This makes the blade more stable and less likely to break. Then I hot glued the dowel into one of the trenches. I glued everything together with contact cement, starting with the head pieces, gluing all 3 layers together, carefully keeping them aligned properly, and then the 2 halves that make up the blade, which as long as you did everything right, the trenches should match up. While I waited for the glue on some pieces to be ready to stick together, I cut some 3/4 inch PVC pipe to be 10 inches long. This will be the handle. I also cut down this 1/2 inch dowel. This is what's going to go inside the entire prop from down in the pipe to up inside that cut that I made earlier in the center layer of the head. I also used the Dremel to sand down the cut edges on the dowel so that it doesn't poke me. And now I can finally stick together the last pieces that had glue on them. In order to get the blade to actually look more like, you know, a blade, I used my larger Dremel that can go at a much faster speed and turned it all the way up and carved the bevel to make the cutting edge. You can do this much faster with a belt sander, but it's also much easier to mess up and remove too much foam. Also, it's been years since I've watched Soul Eater last, so I don't remember if the top of the blade is beveled to be thinner near the edge or not, so I'm not gonna do that. But if you really want to, go ahead. I'm just gonna round off the corners and call it good. Before I did any of the tapering on the back spike, I used the Dremel to smooth out the flat areas. I couldn't film it, but I tapered the spike on the belt sander. Since it's much shorter and thicker, it's less likely to catch on the sandpaper and get torn up. For reference, the way I held it against the belt sander was with the tip pointing in the direction that the sandpaper is rotating. So for example, if you were looking at it from the side and the sandpaper was rotating clockwise, the tip would have been pointing right. After tapering, I sanded over the spike by hand with a few different grits of sandpaper, specifically 180 grit, 400 grit, and then 1000 grit. For paint, I started with a few coats of Plasti-Dip spray and then hit both pieces with metallic silver. After those dried, I moved on to getting the inside of the notches black. I cut some 2mm foam into some little rectangles that fit into the notches to hide where you could see the cutouts from that center layer and then superglued them in place. Then I carefully hand painted the inside with black acrylic paint. For the little circle details on the head, there are tons of different ways you can do this. You could have cut circles into the foam and opened them with a heat gun and then painted the sections, or just painted them on directly, or even used one of the many sticker or decal methods. I'm not doing any of those. What I'm doing is cutting circles out of 2mm foam, then cutting detail circles into but not all the way through the middle and opening that with a heat gun, and then painting both sections using black and pumpkin colored acrylic paints. To paint the PVC pipe, I start by using this primer because it's a flat color. This will make that pumpkin acrylic paint stick better than if it was just on the PVC pipe. I also want to state you don't have to use pumpkin for this paint color, it's just what I happen to have right now, and it's close enough. It's supposed to be an orangey yellow, that's all I really know, but after the quarantine started, all of the stores around me have been out of art supplies and seem to not be stocking them on purpose, so I can't get anything else. If you find a paint that you like better, feel free to use that. While I let the handles dry, I go ahead and superglue the detail pieces onto the head, using a photo on my phone to make sure that I get them as close to the right spot as I can. I also superglue the blades on at this point. To make the dowel fit into the PVC pipe snugly, I tape it in sections, and then use Gorilla Glue between each tape section, which foams up as it cures, making it have a much stronger hold. And I do the same thing for the head, just without the tape. I also used some super glue in there, and I probably didn't need the Gorilla Glue, but oh well, it's a little too late now. And for the final piece, I need to add a way to connect the chain to the pommel end of the handle. I do this by cutting sections of 3/4 inch dowel so that it fits inside the PVC pipe and touches the other dowel inside, but sits at just short of flush with the bottom of the pipe. I used the Dremel and a cutting bit to make a hole so I could screw in an eye bolt. The reason I cut it just short of being flush is so I can fold up and shove some napkin inside to help block the glue from running all over the place. The dowel is just barely too thin for a snug fit, so I wrap it in tape before Gorilla Gluing it in place, using tape around the end to hold it in place while the glue cures. I also make sure the holes of the eye bolt are facing the same way as the sides of the prop. It just looks a lot nicer this way. For the chain, I have this one that's 1/8 of an inch thick, which is the thickness of the pipe piece that is used to make one single link, and it's 10 feet long. Obviously, use whatever length you like. This specific one is definitely going to need bolt cutters to shorten, but you can also use jewelry chain as it's a lot easier to work with and it's way lighter. But ultimately, that's up to you. To connect the chains to the eye bolts, I bought some connection pieces. I don't know what they're called, but whatever, they worked. Then once you connect both size pieces together, you're done. Alright, so that was the tutorial for Blackstar's Kusarigama, or chain sides, from Soul Eater. I don't really have anything to say at the end of this one, so we'll just end it here. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later.